so something I have to say that I already love about you is when you're about to say something, even if you're looking at someone or a situation with not the most positive attitude, you always try to reflect on yourself first. I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I try not to be one of those really judgmental people because that's not fun. You don't gain anything from it.
Yeah, that's true. And authenticity, no matter how, what do I want to say, how raw it
Mhm.
is, I have found in my experience as a life coach is actually one of the most powerful energies to activate change. But what
Mhm.
humans do so many times is they put on these masks. You play this role, I'll play this role, and it's transactional and it's like a human instinct for protection.
Mhm.
But when you've got authenticity, even if it's uncomfortable, you've got a powerful place for transformation, interaction, connection,
Yeah.
intimacy, so many things. So many things. But people are very afraid to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so, well, first of all, hello. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I think was a very good decision on my part.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Mhm.
I appreciate that. There's a lot of people that are uncomfortable with coaching or don't understand it. And sometimes it's easier for people to relate when they're watching it from the outside. And so I think coaching for a lot of people takes a lot of courage to just be your authentic self
Yeah.
in the present. So I really appreciate that about you. Okay, so how was your week number one?
I journaled it. I decided when I'm writing, some days were not as detailed as others, but like some days where I had a little more like moments, so they're a little bit longer, especially Thursday. It's not going to take me forever to read it, but I had to make sure I put all my thoughts into it. And so I thought it would be good to journal my week. It's like getting a grand picture of how Amanda is on a 7 day, like Monday to Sunday.
Okay, a couple things I've learned about you already so quickly that I absolutely love. Amanda, give her a task, she's on it. She loves homework, she loves a goal, she
Mhm.
loves to give me something to do that I can discover whatever I need to discover from that, and you're on it. You feel good from that kind of exercise?
Yeah, I do. I will say there's some things in here that when I did pen to paper, it was even hard to write. Feel like maybe if some people that were mentioned in here saw my thoughts, they would be like, dang. But I mean, in the moment, it was how I was feeling. So I can talk to you about it. And I know you're like Switzerland. You give your thoughts about the situation, giving me a different way to look at it. But I'm very bad about getting in my head. And now that I know that my personality is a loyalist, I'm very bad about getting in my head to people that I've put so much of my time, so much of my energy, so much of myself into, to where I get frustrated when it's not matched in my head because I feel like I deserve that.
Wow, really incredible awareness. I have a couple thoughts. Number one, first of all, great courage in writing in the journal, even with the thought that, oh, if somebody read this, they might feel a certain way. Believe it or not, a lot of people hold back from journaling because of that very thought. But if you honor yourself and maybe keep the journal in a place that feels private to you, I think it's important to have the courage to write those feelings anyway because it's just energy getting out.
Mhm.
So, when you did this, what did it feel like for you writing in your journal all week?
In a lot of areas where I wrote, it made me feel like I was validating how I was feeling. And then sometimes when I wrote things, I questioned myself. But there's some things in here that I stand by. I stand by my thoughts. Like, yeah, there could be a different way of looking at it, but there's some things that I wrote that I'm like, it's okay that you felt that way.
That's beautiful. Did you feel a deeper connection to yourself in writing your journal?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, for a six on the Enneagram, for those of you that don't know, the Enneagram is a test that helps you understand your personality to a deeper level. And I've found it to be one of the most intuitive and factual tests out there. I'm
Yeah.
sure you've probably seen a lot of really insightful similarities. Well, so with that, sixes are overthinkers, but they do that as a survival mechanism to protect themselves until they feel safe, until they have people in their circle that they can trust. Once they trust the people in their circle, then they can relax. But
Yeah.
the overthinking happens in many environments. It'll be at work, in the home, with family, with money, anything, until you start to feel at peace with who you are in that space or with the people around you. The overthinking is just an automatic symptom. But the really cool thing is when you see yourself overthinking, it's a great indicator. Ooh, here's a place that I get to learn how to trust myself more. The overthinking is actually a gift. It's telling you a place where you're feeling insecure.
Yeah.
And so, how can I find security in myself will be the ultimate goal. But sometimes, if we're not there yet, it could be how can I find security in my outer world, like my surroundings? And both are good. You can't do it wrong. All right. I hear you want to jump into the journal. I'm excited. Let's jump in wherever you want to go.
Okay. I said, Dear Journal, I am dating every day I write so I can see for myself if I'm getting better because I feel like today, talking about Monday, my overthinking is going to be the death of me. I am going to write my week. So just telling my journal what my plan is.
So you said that you spent a lot of time looking at other people, thinking that they're going to judge you. By the way, you're right. People are going to judge you.
Mm-hmm.
Judge you. You're judging them. Just want you to know, right? So here you are trying to protect yourself from maybe negative thoughts about you and misunderstood feelings. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think that you're trying to protect people from seeing you in a negative way?
I think it really didn't start heavily like in the space that it's at now until I lost my mom in my early 20s. And she was everything to me. She was just like my go to person. There was just so much love there, and I could be vulnerable. But now that she's gone, it's really hard to get to that space of being vulnerable. Like, sometimes it sucks. Like, here I am turning 40 this month, and I lost her in my early 20s. And so for this length of time, it's like, where do I go to? And the place I go to is just in my head, negative thoughts, especially when I feel like it's a negative situation, when it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because when those situations used to happen, I had her to go to. She provided so much love during those moments. She was there to help me see it from a different perspective. So that's why I was like, life coaching, check. Yeah, I need to do that because, like, I need to have a person to be able to be like, hey, Amanda, instead of thinking about it this way, how about you look at it in this direction? Because that's what she did for me.
Yeah.
I haven't told you this, but I need to tell you this. It was 2022 when I was just like sick back to back, back to back. Like I was getting worn out, exhausted mentally. So I tried to take my own life. And and if you look up epilepsy medicines, some of them can naturally cause suicidal ideation, especially my Keppra. And I take 2,000 milligrams of Keppra. I'm on a lot of medicines. I take 20 pills a day, and most of them being my epilepsy medicine. And most of the side effects for all of those include that. At that point, I had never told Adam that I tried to take an attempt on my life. And my attempt was I was sitting in the bathroom taking Keppra just back to back. I'd taken probably 4 at the moment. And then I hear Olivia go, "Mom, where are you at?" And I'm in the bathroom trying to take my life. And then I'm like, "Amanda, you're gonna have her without a mom just like you are, and that sucks." But like, my life was just shit. And this was a lot. And then, like, in June, I find out that I have cancer. And so, like, mentally, it's draining because it's like, why did my body revolt on me for so long? And I have to play the role of, oh no, everything's good. God gives you things that you're strong enough to handle. But when I really think about it, like, I I got to a place where I wasn't strong enough. Like I just wanted it to be over. I wanted I was just done with it. And so I think especially when situations happen now, I just it's like I'm falling down a hole that just never ends.
Hmm.
I'm sorry for
Don't be
crying.
sorry. Don't be sorry, Amanda. Thank you. Mm-mm. Take a deep breath if you can. Let's take a deep breath. That's a lot. Life is hard.
Yeah.
Life is really hard sometimes, right?
Yeah.
It sucks. It's not okay sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels really, really heavy. Sometimes it feels like it's more than we can bear.
Yeah. 100%.
I found that you're not alone. You're not alone. First of all, thank you for being so brave to share who you are. I have discovered from my studying in my own life and also in life coaching that the feeling of such heaviness and hardship in life, wanting to just die, preferring it because it just feels too heavy to carry, it's a feeling to try to survive through or live through. And I found that we can, but sometimes people can't. And
Yeah.
that's okay too. I'm not here to judge anybody's journey.
Mhm.
Not at all. I know what that feels like, and it's a terrible feeling, right?
Yeah.
And so, especially to have lost your mom, someone that you felt so close to and that you could do these hard things with, to have her now away from you and not feel safe enough to share all these feelings with anybody else would feel totally alone. I would feel totally alone, abandoned, and what am I here for? Who can I talk to? And then not to feel safe. I can't trust this person, or this person might judge me, or they're not going to understand, and feeling lost, and then having all of this to take in to yourself, that would be a lot.
Yeah,
A
and
lot.
that's it. Cause like, even though Adam and, my family are great, the thought that was consistent during all that time was, I wish my mom was here. I wish my mom was here. This is really hard. This is like, I need my mom. Like, why did you freaking take her from me
Mm.
when, like, you knew I needed her? Like, to the point to where when I visited her gravesite, I would write notes to her and dig them in the dirt and put them in the dirt, and just to feel like I had some form of communication with her in my head, even though I know some people thought it was stupid and made no sense. That I know she's there. I know she's there. So if I write this note and I believe in heaven, I feel like she'll get it. And my mom, on her deathbed, said something different to all of us. I was her child that always had worries, you know. And so she was like, Amanda Eleanor, I do not want you to cry for me every day. Sometimes that is really freaking tough, and still tough, even though she's been gone so long, because I really felt safe with her. I was the one that was tasked to give the eulogy at her funeral, and it was the hardest thing I ever did, because in my peripheral vision, I get to see her freaking casket, but here I am having to put a brave face on so people can understand what the hell I'm saying, but also because I want them to know what I'm saying, because I want them to know, even though they knew, really the type of person she is. That's the hardest thing I've ever had to do, give a eulogy for my mom, who I thought I was going to have forever. I never even thought in my brain, one day you're going to lose your mom, which opened a whole new book of worms, because there was a time my dad and I got into it and I yelled at him, I wish it would have been you. I wish it would have been you, because it's unfair, because you are not there. You are not a good father. It should have been you, because if it was you, I would not have shed a tear. And when you die, I'm going to make sure your ass is cremated and I'm going to throw you to the wind. Like, it was a really heavy fight between my dad and I, because, like, I'm like, here my mom is working 4 jobs because my dad did not pay his child support, did not pay his alimony. I have a lot of anger. And I'm like, well, how does that even make sense? Taking her over him. That does not make sense to me. Like, no karma for his actions. And I sit here every day waiting for that moment.
Mm.
I want him to reap what you sow. Like, show me that his actions lead to consequences, because so far I feel like he's getting a free pass. And since he's getting a free pass, he gets to live the life of zero accountability and
Mm.
not taking in consideration the thoughts of his biological children. I know I just spilled a lot on you and it was spastic and all over the place. I'm aware of that, but it's just like I'm throwing up.
Perfect. It's perfect. So what I hear going on inside of you is a lot of pain,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of pain, a lot of unresolved pain, pain that came through the process of her death, and then the emptiness that you felt afterwards, and not knowing, number one, how to deal with it, who to bring it to, feeling completely alone. And what I hear from that is a projection outwardly, which, by the way, is judgment.
Mm-hmm.
That's where judgment comes from, by the way.
Yeah.
So, all the people that you are worried about judging you, that are probably judging you, because that's what we do. People do that. We do that. People judge each other. It's coming from a place of pain,
Yeah.
pain and protection. Let me ask you this. Does it make sense?
The judgment that I think people are doing, or the pain?
The judgment that you have.
The judgment that I have, not all the time. Kindness is everything to me. And when I see people not operating that way, I have huge judgment towards them.
That's a beautiful superpower of yours, kindness, right? And how interesting that when you give it out, when you don't see people giving it out, you judge them because you think they should be able to do it. But you
Hmm.
have no clue what they've gone through. Like you
No.
have no clue about their life, but you think they should be kind anyway, right?
Hmm.
Just like your dad should be a dad anyway, and
Yeah.
your mom should be here with you anyway,
Hmm.
right? And all these things should be this way so that Amanda will feel what? If my dad was the
Not
father that he needed to be, if my mom was still here, and if people were kind, how would you feel?
whole. If that makes sense as a word, I would feel whole. I would feel complete. I would feel less anxious. Like this is what life is supposed to look like for me. I can accept that there's still like some negativity, but I feel like I wouldn't be walking through earth waiting for a bad thing to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So the only thing that has to change is everybody else.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you're already doing the work to change yourself. You're one of the hardest critics on yourself.
Mhm.
So it's not like you're keeping yourself out of the game. There are some people that I've met that are that way. It's everybody else's fault and I'm queen, right? That's not you. You're like, I'm doing the work because I'm beating myself up,
Mhm.
right? But damn it, you all need to change too.
Yeah.
If you change, I'll be happy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Do you think you'll get there?
With my dad, no. I need to figure out a way to just deal with that whole situation.
Yeah. So I have a few things to say. Number one, the first person of attack is yourself. You do look at yourself first and you attack yourself. Many times you'll even if you say something not so great about somebody you care about, you'll come back and honor them and put yourself at a lower position,
Mhm.
right? In order to make sure they're lifted up. It's probably part of your superpower of your kindness. What I'm observing in the patterns of listening to you talk, including the judgment and the projection, which is common, by the way. You don't get this special gold star for I'm the most judgmental person on the earth, that you're just presenting all of us. And you're also presenting your own self judgment, right? Which is very, very strong. First of all, the symptom is low energy, it's low self esteem, it's low confidence. So the fact that it's all about you means you have the power to fix it. You have the power to grow. That is totally separate and without need of anyone having to change in the story at all. That means your dad doesn't have to be a different person. Your mom doesn't have to come back. You don't have to be all perfect in order to get what you need. The power's going to be coming back all to you once you take it back. So part of the pattern is you're giving away your power, which is also normal human instinct. You're giving away the power to other people by asking them to change, by
Mhm.
wanting them to change, by expecting them to change, by trying to force them to change. What do people usually do when you try to make them do something? They run.
Yeah.
They run. They don't want to do it. They resist it. I'm
Mhm.
not going to do it. Well, you and I are the same way. We're not going to do it. But the only reason that you want them to change, and this is the gold here, the only reason you want them to change is so you'll feel whole,
Mhm.
you'll feel complete, and
Mhm.
you'll feel less anxious. Well,
Yeah.
how would you feel if I told you you can get that all by yourself? You don't need these people to change for you to feel whole and to feel less anxious. How do you feel when I say that?
Really good.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, listen, I love you. I can't even help falling in love with you because I see your power and I see your strengths. And all I see here is that you just don't see them yet
Yeah.
because you've given up your power to other people. You've given up your power to the story and you're giving up your power to your circumstance. And through that, you're also using that same arena to judge yourself, to
Mhm.
look at yourself and see what's lacking in you in order to fix something, to fix yourself, or what's lacking in the world because of this anxiousness and lack of completeness in yourself only because you don't know where to go with it, only
Yeah.
because you don't know how to find it in yourself. So this is a good fix. And I've already seen, I want you to write this down, please. I've already seen strengths in you that we're going to build upon. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, your authenticity,
Okay.
your honesty,
Okay.
your self awareness,
Okay.
your kindness,
Okay.
your loyalty,
Okay.
your commitment. I mean, I could keep going. This is just what I've seen. And I'm not kidding, Amanda. These are true strengths that I would love to build upon because you are beautiful. You're beautiful inside and out. That's something I'd put on the list. Like, oh yeah, I happen to be pretty too. You know what I mean? Add that to the thing. I'm warm. I'm inviting. I'm a great listener. I really take in what people say. I mean, there's so much gold inside of you, and all it is you don't see it because you're busy comparing yourself.
Hmm.
Because you feel like the emptiness that you're feeling inside needs to be affirmed outside. And
Hmm.
I'm going to get the gift of showing you you don't need to do that at all.
Well,
When I
that's
say that, how does that make you feel?
knowing that that is the goal and I could get there. It feels very good because it's been very heavy.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
For the whole world to have to change, it's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be disappointed, including you. You have to change too. So everybody's got to change, including me. Let's just die.
Yeah.
It would make sense. I would want to take some pills too. I would
Yeah.
because it's not getting better. And
Yeah.
I can't be good enough to make them be good enough and they
Right.
can't be good enough to make me feel better. So why don't we just all give up because this isn't even fair. And the one perfect person that I felt was the best thing in my life is gone now.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what we're doing. So
Yeah.
let's just go.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. And all it is just you haven't been shown to look at yourself and love yourself. You haven't been shown that you're the answer to yourself. You haven't been shown that the very thing that you're missing, it comes from you first. It doesn't come from the world because we've been taught to seek these things outside of ourselves. So this is going to be fun for me. And I'm
Yeah.
going to give you an assignment. How many traits did I give you to write down?
You gave me 6.
Okay, I gave you 6. I want you to put at least 10 in your journal prompt. I want you to write those 10 traits, and I want you to write down with each trait where you see that in yourself. Okay? You're going
Uh,
to take the 6.
yeah.
I want you to add 4 more strengths, at
Okay.
least. Okay?
Okay.
You don't have to do more than 4, but at least 4. It needs to be 10, right? And what I want you to do is take each of those strengths, those traits that I shared with you, and I want you to write down where you see them in yourself. I can tell you where I see them in you. If you want, if you have trouble seeing this strength in you when you do this assignment, let me know. I'll tell you where I saw it and how I see it, how it comes up.
Okay.
Okay. But I'd like you to sit with yourself, take some time to look at these strengths about Amanda and say, okay, Diane saw this in me. Is this in
Mm-hmm.
me? How can I see this in me? And how does it show up for me? What does this look like in me? Where can I see that I'm kind? Or where can I see that I'm strong, loyal, committed? You know,
Mm-hmm.
where do I see this in my life? Put an example there. When I show up this way, when I am this way, when I am that way, I want you to put those down and then we're going to talk about it next week. What do you think of that assignment?
I love it.
And before we end, and you already know I transcribe these videos.
Mm-hmm.
So is it okay to include that sensitive part that you shared about the suicide, or would you prefer me to keep it out?
If you think it's important to still have in there, I don't mind it being in there.
Okay, thank you. I will always, always honor you first. So if there's ever a time that you feel like you do not feel comfortable with me sharing something, you let me know. Do I think it will be of big value? Huge. Do you know that someone commits suicide every, is it 28 seconds or 30 seconds? I just saw the statistic like an hour ago. Every 30 seconds, someone commits suicide. So, do I think it would help people? Yeah. I tried to do the same thing when I was a teenager. 60, life gets so, so hard and we don't know how to deal with it. And
Yeah.
I don't judge anybody that's done that and has succeeded.
Yeah.
They couldn't handle it. It's okay. I felt that way too. But
Yeah.
apparently you're not done.
Yeah.
So you keep your ass here. We need some loyalists here. Keep your butt here. We need your kindness. You are not allowed to leave. Do you hear me,
I hear you.
sister? Okay. All right. Do you have any thoughts or questions or anything that you want to share before we leave?
No, no, I'm interested. I watched the last video and I like watching your videos.
Oh, thanks.
So, I'm interested in your next video, even if it's not this one. Sometimes it's good to hear about other people's.
Oh, for sure. That's why it's out there, Amanda. Like the different people that I'm coaching, it's because different people can relate in different ways. And I love that. So I love that you are watching it because part of you is going to see yourself in someone else. Oh, I'm not the only one that feels this way.
Yeah,
Oh, this is normal. Yeah, and a lot of people are so afraid to share their feelings. Understandably, it takes so much courage to be authentic and brave and honest like you and myself are in this world, and it helps people. I mean,
yeah.
it's one of the highest energies. So yeah. Thank you for even watching it. Thank you for being a part of this. I love that.
Well, this is something I needed to do for a very long time.
Yeah, you manifested it.
Yeah.
You did. You
Well,
did.
you made it available.
Right. Awesome. All right. Well, you have a great week. And if you need to reach out to me, you know I'm here. Right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll see you next week.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.